Hi, I'm Mary Williams and I'm the Mind Architect. I want to talk to you today about being in control of not being in control, living in the grey. Right now we're at a time in our world where things are really confusing. We don't really know what's going to happen, the governments don't even know what's going to happen, and so we can all feel that loss of autonomy that we really need as human beings. We all like control, whether you're somebody who thinks you don't or not. And the problem I see is that when people start to lose control, they feel they've lost control in a much greater area than they've actually lost control. When big events happen to us in our lives, whether that's illness or deaths or pandemics, we feel like we've lost control, but we actually haven't lost control over probably 90% of our lives. So I want to show you a diagram that I use with clients. They find so helpful, they often go and tell other people, because it might help you feel better and more in control. So let's say that we have this diagram. It's A to B. Now if you think of A as where you are now and B as the goal of wherever it is you want to get to, what you'll see is this is a very thin, narrow line and you may struggle to stay on it. Anything can just topple you off either side. But really, life isn't like this. It isn't straight lines A to B. So I like to think of this as A, birth, and B, death. And I know some people don't like thinking about death, but it is true and it's real. These are the givens of existence. But when we start here, we don't take a straight trajectory. What happens is we do this. And you see all this white space that was wasted before, all those opportunities, those paths, all those people that you hadn't met and weren't going to meet if you stayed here. They all start coming into your sphere of life. And actually, if you keep going, what happens is you might even do a bit of straight here, but one day you'll end up here. But hopefully, before you end up here, you've reached into every corner of every opportunity for success, for love, kindness, friendship. You've opened up the whole world to your experience and probably given back in multiple ways. So let's think of this differently. Imagine that life is actually like this. A series of little B's on your path up to that big B that we all end up at. And when you start to realise that life is a series of loops, a series of changes, that maybe sometimes you'll come to a dead end and you'll have to reverse out and go again. Or you may come up here and there might be a roundabout here with lots and lots and lots of different opportunities off it. And you may spend some time checking out every single way and coming back to the roundabout, going round and going off again. But imagine if you think of all of those routes as a little B. And you may even have some big B's on the way. You might have a big B which is having children, or a big B which is buying a house, or a huge holiday here. I don't know what your big B's will be, but what I know is when you start to think of it like this, it becomes less restrictive, less stressful, and less desperate for that need for control. So I really hope that that helps you see that if you reach out into your life, there are little B's all around you every day. Conversations with people that you haven't met. Jobs that you haven't even thought of. Love that you maybe haven't given. But success and potential everywhere that you look. So please reach out for as many little B's as you can. And then by the time you get to that big B, you'll have so many buckets of little B's that life will have been rich and rewarding.